Right, we're back with another video, back with Sherlock Holmes. Now, just quickly, the first episode, I realised the sound was a bit echoey. Hopefully I've sorted that out. I was just testing a few things, and I've changed it a little bit, so hopefully it won't be that echoey. But let's just carry on with it. We were going to go see Watson with an experiment.
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No, but we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible, but if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
So we're going to harpoon a pig. Okie dokie. Do I need to go get a harpoon? Don't really want to go all the way back there. It's not that far, but I'll travel there.
I want to take a harpoon with me.
So I do need to go there. Didn't take that long anyway. Right, harpoon.
That should do it. Now I am ready for the experiment.
There we are then. Easy peasy. Wait. Okay. I thought the box might be back, but it's not. Don't need to travel, I can... Oh! First person. Don't like it. To the butchers.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise. Yet.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test.
No.
Holmes, you should try to aim better and throw as hard as you can.
Cool, this is hard.
The harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength to pierce it straight through.
I'm gonna get this. Oh, yeah, that's it.
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
There was a deduction. Surely it's that. Yeah. It's a feat of strength. Where am I going? Guess I go back to interview him. Scotland Yard.
Locked.
It's always locked.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong. What am I doing
No.
here? I've done nothing wrong.
Where am I going to go? Baker Street. No. I'm just running around. Let me talk to the doggy.
Brave
Yay.
Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Oh. What? You what? I did not expect to see that.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
What am I meant to be doing?
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Huh? Okay. What did I press? Ah.
Here it is.
Well, that was
Now
by
I begin
chance.
to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
So now I go back. It's got a lot of newspapers. Time to ask him. Back to Scotland Yard.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes, Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
Does that mean I need to go back? I guess it does. There's a lot of shoveling around.
"1883. That's the one I need. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. Log notes for June. Nothing unusual. Log notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR, a torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
What witnesses? Ah, that's the whole point. I'm gonna go talk to the woman again. Why not? See if she has anything new.
Who could do
No.
such a thing?
She does not. Baker Street.
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they are still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
Cool Wiggins.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly. This is where I keep my post.
I'm gonna check if I can change my clothes. Oh no, I like that. One hat. Oh. Anyway, Scotland Yard. Yeah.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes, he refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Oh yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
Nah, you're not. Boots.
These are the suspect's belongings. Liam Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5. The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals. A pen. Nothing unusual about it.
I'll go check those boots out in a bit. With the footprints. No, you're not in it. You're here.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely, and considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see. That's all for now.
You're a gardener. I'll go check the boots out.
These
Ooh.
boots match the footprints exactly.
So if she denied there was a gardener, so surely she's got something to say now. Yeah, she does.
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
She's lying.
Thank you, madam.
100% she's lying. If I go back to Baker Street, go to that table, sorts out the letter, that'll give me another clue.
A new suspect, but this one refuses to talk. This case is more interesting than I first imagined.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the 3rd one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Blue. So see the green. No, it's not that one. Green. Colorless. And orange. Is it another orange? I think it's another orange. Could have messed up there.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Okay. So, blue. Then I did a green. Then colorless. Then orange. And then colorless.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the
Okay, I think I messed up. This is what I'm going to do. Blue. Green. Blue. Orange. And then colourless. Oh no, wait, no, I need to do all of them. Whoa, 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 whoa. Put back. Orange again.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Blue. Blue. Green. Orange. Orange.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Has to... Blue. Colourless. I'm just guessing now. Green? This is 100% wrong. I shouldn't have done that.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction.
Okay. Okay. Blue. Colourless. Green. Orange. Blue, because I'm guessing.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
The instructions aren't useful.
First condition, all 7 reagents.
Why? Why do they all have to be used?
Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
I think I might have it. Blue. Green. Blue. Orange. Colourless. Orange. Colourless.
Done.
Yes!
Now I can proceed further.
I feel like that took longer than it should have.
Let us see if the content of this letter sheds a little light upon the mystery.
I feel like I have to be very specific.
I did as you asked and hid them well. Interesting. How would Hurtley react to this?
Well, that took a while. So, back to Hurtley. To interrogate him.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
Got a point. Fair one.
So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
Well, you're a smart one. But it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley. Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Ah.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Gardener?
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I'm not. How did you...
Yeah.
I observed your hands. They told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads, but now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
Okie dokie. Off to Woodman's Lee. Tools will be up there, 100%. Talk to this lady though, she lied.
Madam, we have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you,
I
madam.
don't trust her.
Let's see what could be hidden here.
Why'd she lie to me about the gardener? Oh. It's a first person thing. That was the one on the shelf.
Let us see what is in this box.
What the hell am I doing? What the hell? Oh my god. This could take a while. Or not. That was a lot easier than I thought it'd be.
A bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the Carey family monogram. Hurtley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship.
Oh,
That is interesting.
Mrs. Carey playing about. Mrs. Carey. Naughty.
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Alright, it's your own fault.
Thank you, madam. I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
Oh. So all starting to come together. I think. I still have no idea who done it.
Mr. Holmes, we found the sailors from that list you gave us.
Well done, Wiggins. Let me see. This man is a harpooner, and his initials are PC, the same initials that were found on the tobacco pouch. Wiggins, could you gather some information on one of the sailors that you found? His name is Patrick Cairns.
We found Patrick Cairns.
Good job, Wiggins. Where is he?
He lives in a small furnished dump of a room, but he's always at the Sea Witch pub, where he does arm wrestles for money and drinks.
Excellent. Here is your reward. 2 guineas.
Thank you, sir.
Deduction.
If I wish to speak to Cairns without alarming him, I had better dress as a sailor.
Go dress as a sailor then.
Now I can approach Cairns and see if he recognizes the pouch.
Well, we'll leave it for this episode.